Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So guys, in this video I will discuss about the important MCQs and PYQs for your AIMS-CRE examination. Now let's begin the video. So the first question here is, movement of a segment around a fixed axis in a curved path is called translatory motion, linear motion, rotatory motion and non-linear motion. So यहाँ पे देखो क्या पूछा गया है कि एक segment है which is moving around a fixed axis in a curved path. That means there is a curve and there is a fixed axis and the individual or the segment is moving like this. So what will be the correct answer here? So the correct answer here will be the rotatory motion. So the correct answer here would be the rotatory motion because the movement is taking place around a curved path along a fixed axis, right? So the correct answer is option number C, that is rotatory motion. Anatomical pulley for the upper limb is supraspinatus, biceps, triceps and deltoid. Now if you have studied a little bit about the biomechanics or about the anatomical pulley, so you would definitely know this answer. So the correct answer will be option number D, that is the deltoid muscle is the anatomical pulley for the upper limb, right? So during abduction, greater tubercle act like a pulley. So what is the bone or the bony structure which act like a pulley? It is the greater tubercle of the humerus bone. It is an important concept and you must remember it. It is an important concept. So what does it do? So what is basically the function of an anatomical pulley is that it changes the direction of pull of muscle, which increases the mechanical advantage or the movement arm of the pulley, and hence the mechanical efficiency or the ease of performing the movement becomes very good, right? So the correct answer is option number D, that is the deltoid muscle. Next is the active lengthening of a muscle is called dash contraction, static contraction, concentric, eccentric and isometric. यहाँ पे the concept is very clear कि isometric या फिर static contraction is one and the same thing. Now the main confusion lies between the concentric and the eccentric contraction. So concentric contraction, what is concentric contraction? When there is active shortening. When there is active shortening of a muscle, and eccentric contraction is the active lengthening of a muscle, right? Active lengthening of a muscle. So what the examiner has asked, active lengthening of a muscle is called, so the answer will be eccentric contraction. Okay, answer is option number C, eccentric contraction. Now fourth question is, in third order lever system the mechanical advantage will be. अब मैं आपको बता दूं कि the mechanical advantage in your third order lever system is always less. It is always in negative. So the correct answer here will be option number D. So that is less than 1. So the answer will always be in negative, and most of the liver, bony liver or the liver found in human body are third order liver, right? So more effort is required to perform the movement farther and faster. Okay. Fifth is, insertion of tendon over the bone is divided into 3 zones. तो यहाँ पे इसने बोला है कई जगह पे 4 zones भी होते हैं, but यहाँ पे the examiner has said कि it is divided into 3 zones. Okay. In which zone the merge of tendon to the cortical bone come in? 1, 2, 3 and all of the above. तो यहाँ पे देखो मैंने एक टैबुलर फॉर्म में रिप्रेजेंट कर दिया है. अब जो टेंडन और बोन का जो इंसर्शन होता है उसको हम क्या कहते हैं? एंथेसिस. सो इट इज द रीजन वेयर द टेंडन, लिगामेंट, मसल अटैचेस टू द बोन. सो उस पॉइंट ऑफ अटैचमेंट को वी कॉल एंथेसिस. नाउ इसके 2 टाइप्स होते हैं, फाइब्रस एंड फाइब्रोकार्टिलेजिनस, एंड दे हैव 4 जोन्स ऑफ अटैचमेंट. जोन 1, जोन 2, जोन 3 एंड जोन 4. सो टिश्यू टाइप कौन सा होता है? यहाँ पे टेंडन होता है, यहाँ पे अनमिनरलाइज्ड फाइब्रोकार्टिलेज होता है, यहाँ पे मिनरलाइज्ड फाइब्रोकार्टिलेज होता है, एंड फोर्थ में द बोन. अब रोल क्या होता है यहाँ पे? सो देयर इज अ प्रॉपर टेंडन हियर. ट्रांजिशन फेज अकर्स इन जोन 2. Mineralization and the tendon start merging to bone appears in stage 3. So our answer will be stage 3, and in 4 it becomes rigid, right? Gradual elongation of a material over time when placed under a constant tensile stress is called stress, strain, creep and hysteresis. So the correct answer is option number C, that is creep. सो क्रीप बेसिकली क्या होता है कि आपने एक लोड लटका दिया और आपने उसे किसी इलास्टिक चीज के साथ जोड़ दिया। अब विद टाइम क्या होगा, आपका लोड तो कांस्टेंट रहेगा, मान लो 10 किलो का लोड लगाया, वजन लगाया, तो वो उतने का ही रहेगा, बट जो आपका ये इलास्टिक स्ट्रक्चर है इट विल इलोंगेट, इट विल डिफॉर्मेट, उसे हम कहते हैं क्रीप होना। हिस्टेरिसिस क्या होता है, लोडिंग अनलोडिंग, यानी कि मसल कॉन्ट्रैक्शन रिलैक्सेशन के टाइम पे जो भी एनर्जी लॉस्ट होती है उसे हम कहते हैं हिस्टेरिसिस। स्ट्रेस, फोर्स पर यूनिट एरिया एंड स्ट्रेन क्या होता है, स्ट्रेस की वजह से जो डिफॉर्मेशन होता है इट इज कॉल्ड स्ट्रेन। Next is load to a region which does not cause permanent deformation. So this is a part of your stress strain curve. ठीक है, stress strain curve if you have studied, so you would know this answer. Plastic region, elastic region, toe region and ultimate failure point. तो यहाँ पे पूछा क्या है, ध्यान से देखो, डज नॉट कॉज परमानेंट डिफॉर्मेशन। सो द करेक्ट आंसर विल बी ऑप्शन नंबर बी, दैट इज इन इलास्टिक रीजन। व्हेन द डिफॉर्मेशन गोज इनटू द प्लास्टिक रीजन, सो देयर इज नो रिटर्निंग बैक, मीन्स द एलिमेंट और द मटीरियल विच इज डिफॉर्म्ड विल नॉट कम टू इट्स ओरिजिनल शेप बैक। ठीक है, so it is a permanent deformation in the plastic region, and in the elastic region there is not a permanent deformation. The material or the element comes back to its original shape after the load is removed, right? Next is kinetics is concerned with determining the cause of motion, amount, purpose and description of motion. So the correct is option A. The amount of motion, the purpose of motion, the description of motion all comes under which branch? They all come under the kinematics. ठीक है, आंसर इज ए। मसल फेसिकल्स आर कवर्ड बाय एपीमाइसियम, एंडोमाइसियम, पेरीमाइसियम एंड पैरामीसियम। सो एपी, एंडो एंड पेरी, these are the three layers of our muscle, right? So epimysium covers the entire muscle, perimysium covers fascicle and endomysium individually cover the muscle fiber. Next is basic contractile unit of a muscle. We all know it is a sarcomere. It is the area between the two Z lines. ठीक है, दो Z band के बीच में the area which is present is known as a sarcomere and consists of actin and myosin filaments, and it is the basic structural भी unit यही है and functional unit भी muscle की यही है. Okay, so इसमें confuse नहीं होना है. So guys, this is all about today's video. I hope you find this video informative and helpful, and if you find so, please like, share and subscribe to my channel.